What's up, guys? It's morning. It's about 9:38. Getting ready to hit the gym. Not gonna go right to the gym, but I'm getting my preparations going. Already had a quick shake. Nothing more than half a serving of 2 different protein powders. I'll show you what I had. It's my morning routine, what I like to do here. So I did 1 scoop of the organic protein, and I did another scoop, half a scoop of the combat protein powder from Pharm. I like the organic protein superfoods, oddly enough, more than the Pharm. And when I say I like it more, I should really say I like the flavor a little bit more. And it's crazy because I used to prefer this until a buddy of mine put me onto this organic protein. And basically, if you ever read the book called The China Study, kind of opens your eyes on protein consumption and the effects on the body. Long story, not talking about it today. But anyway, so I decided to kind of like wean off a little bit of the traditional protein that is mainly from, I think this protein mainly comes from milk derivatives or dairy derivatives. But anyway, the downside to this one here, or depending upon what your goals and objectives are, maybe it's not a downside for you, is that it has more carbs in this one than it has in this one. So for 140 calories and 25 grams of protein, you only have to take in, you're only getting 6 grams of carbs on this one. And out of the 6 grams, 4 are sugars. 1 is dietary fiber. So it's like, it's net less than 5 grams of carbs for 25 grams of protein on the Pharm combat protein powder. A lot of people don't realize, but this actually it's actually got a good blend. It's got 5 different proteins in it. And of course, I'll leave some links for you guys so you can check out these supplements if you like in the description down below this video. This one here, for 160 calories, you're getting 21 grams of protein and 21 grams of carbs. And out of the 21, only 1 is dietary fiber. So net, it's about pretty close to the 20 grams of carbs. So it's like a 50-50 carb protein split. It's got 4.5 grams of fat here, and you got 1.5 grams of fat here. So definitely a leaner protein here, but it's not organic. This one is a less lean protein, but it is organic. So I decided to just kind of blend them in a ratio that I felt would still be conducive to fat loss. Long story short, can't believe I said all that this early in the morning. I'm hardly even awake right now. But yeah, as soon as I wake up, I have this because I want to train on an empty stomach right now as much as possible. Because right now the goal is fat loss, and I'm coming down. I've actually been slowly dropping in weight. I got up to 226 pounds by, I think it was spring of last year. And then I decided to, or maybe just before spring, I was at 226, I forget. And then I decided to start leaning out. But my goals were not to just lose weight as fast as possible. I've done that before. Didn't work out well for me because I lost a lot of the gains that I had built up over the year, throughout the year. So I decided that, and this is something I decided or learned years ago, that if I'm losing weight too fast, I'm going to lose a lot of the muscular gains that I gained along with the weight loss. And that's not the goal. Well, what benefit do you gain losing, what's the point of bulking and building muscle only to lose the muscle during the cut? So by slowing down the rate of weight loss, I have effectively slowed down the amount of muscle loss during the weight loss to a point where I'm very, very happy with the progress. I always look at my abs as a good measurement in terms of where I'm at. So I don't know how well they're showing up right now. I am flexing, if you can't tell. But I can definitely feel how much less puffiness there is down here. Oh man, it was puffy. It was definitely puffy. And then the lower back was a lot puffier, a lot more. I used to be able to grab a lot more, and it's a lot less now. So definitely moving in the right direction. Today, I just weighed myself at 212.4 pounds. Either 212.4 or 212.6, I can't remember. So definitely moving in the right direction. 3 days ago in the afternoon, after cardio, after working out, and before my first real meal, I actually weighed in at 211.4 or 211.8. It was 211 point something, I can't remember. So I'm happy. I am happy, very happy. Honestly, I haven't been 211 or 212 in over a year, which is it's really hard to imagine that, because I used to be a hard gainer. So the fact that I was actually having to actively pay attention to having to drop the weight and make a conscious effort to drop weight, it's been a different experience. At 44 years old, I guess the game changes a little bit. So keeping a watchful eye on that. Yeah. So the other thing is, today is leg day. And I don't know if I can say most guys, probably most guys, just because I don't see most guys train legs. I used to hate training legs, but now it's a different story. I think when your goals change and when your objectives change, your perspective on whatever needs to be done changes. So for example, let's just say you have to do something hard, but the thing you really want to achieve is on the other side of that hard thing. Then whatever you're doing that's hard suddenly isn't nearly as hard as it used to be. Because what I found, and I'm using this scooper here for this, I'm using this Nitraflex Fruit Punch pre-workout scooper for my Cellular Alpha Amino Performance BCAA watermelon flavor, because I lost the scooper for this one. I asked my wife, hey, have you been using my BCAAs? She was like, no. I'm like, it's okay. I just want to know if you might have misplaced my scooper. I don't care if you use my BCAAs. We just order more of it. I don't care. She says she ain't been using it. I ain't saying she lying. I will say I think she might have and forgot. But that's neither here nor there. I love her madly. Let me blend this up right quick. I know. Why do you blend your pre-workout? Because I don't feel like stirring it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Couple of Tribulus to get it going. This is I believe it's a natural. I think Tribulus is a natural herb. I think Tribulus is an herb. Tribulus Terrestris extract. Whole herb, standardized to 45% saponins, 675 milligrams saponins. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop 2 of these. Oh man, I am feeling good. I'm going to train a little earlier today. Oh man, I'm getting amped up. So today is gonna be definitely gonna be doing a lot of leg presses. Gonna be doing a lot of leg presses, some leg extensions, some hamstring curls. I'm gonna do some lightweight, close foot positioned squats, and probably even do some individual leg extensions as well. And we gonna get it. We gonna get it, boy. When trying to drop body fat, the other thing I've realized is that when you train some of the bigger body parts, you're burning more calories. It's the name of the game when it comes to burning body fat. You gotta burn more calories. It's a game between calories burned versus the calorie types that come in that you're intaking. Input versus output. It's almost like a computer equation or like a computer formula program, input versus output. So the biggest thing I'm focusing on from an input perspective is avoiding, to the greatest extent, saturated fats, avoiding high sugar foods or foods with sugar in it for the most part at all. And that's about it for the input. I mean, like the calories, I do keep a watchful eye of the calories, but if I'm being entirely honest with you guys, I've been making the progress that I've been making over the last 2 months without a food scale. I don't even have my food scale out. That proves, because I used to have my food scale out constantly because I will weigh everything. Now I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I could eyeball weight. Now I just kind of eyeball it because I've been doing it enough to where I can kind of eyeball my consumption because I was weighing it so often that I know what certain foods weigh just by eyesight and by feel. And I know it's not 100% accurate, but it saves time. And I'm moving forward. And I'm not competing on stage like that. So it's not that serious. And so every now and then I might weigh stuff just to make sure that what I eyeball is within the scope of what I believe that it weighed in terms of quantity. So yeah. I had a conversation with someone yesterday about this. I don't mind weighing. I don't mind using the food scale. It just takes a little longer, but I got time. Thank goodness. You know, I got plenty of time to do that. It's not that big of a deal. But if I don't have to, then I just won't, right? But what I was going to say though is a lot of people fall off of their regimen because their regimen is too rigid. And if you can't create a game plan for yourself for the long term that you can live with, any gains you get is going to be short term, and you'll eventually quit because it's just, oh my God, this is just unrealistic. Like some people say, I'm just going to do no carbs. Okay, how long are you going to do that? Because realistically, that is really hard to do. And I'm not saying you can't do it for weeks or months, But to just say you're just gonna give up carbs forever, I don't buy that personally. So, you know, it is what it is. You do what you want to do. I ain't giving up carbs. I like carbs. I like French fries. I forget what kind of bread they use on some of the really good steak burgers. I forget what kind of bread they use, but certain breads I ain't giving up. Pizza. I love pizza. I'm murking some pizza. So it's like, I'm not gonna torture myself. There's some things I like, you know? So I'm not gonna give it up. But I will still hit my targets. Will I hit them as quickly? Maybe not, but I don't care. I'm gonna get the target though. And I'm gonna enjoy life in the process. And that's really what all this is about. If you're not enjoying life, what are you doing? Right? So that's all I'm saying. Yes, sir. Geek, geek. Okay. So I'm gonna start sipping on this and I will bounce out of here in like 45 minutes. I've already made my protein shake for the day. And this is a 40-ounce shaker bottle. Pretty hard to find these. This is a Hydra Cup. This is a Hydra Cup shaker bottle. And it's probably one of the only shaker bottles that I've seen that they make in 40 ounces. Yes, sir. So hit me up in the comments, guys. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what your goals are, what you're working on, what you're struggling with, what have you accomplished successfully lately? That's what it's all about. All right, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Check out my links in the description down below. We'll see you on the next one.